Hi guys, it's Leslie. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk to you today about something that is something I've been going over in my head for the last couple of months. I have talked about this book a lot. It's called the Tightwad Gazette. I love this book. I've said this a million times. The woman who wrote this, her name is Amy Decision, taught me so many different things about being she calls it a tightwad, or about frugality. I read it when I was younger, and it's been really very helpful to me. One of the things I learned, and what I'm going to talk about today, is the concept of storing things in bins. And when I say bins, I mean these kind of bins, these big plastic bins. And the reason why I've been struggling with this is because I have recently, and I've talked about this also, been listening to the podcast and reading the books and really enjoying the minimalists. And the minimalists are, I think his name is Joshua Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, and they are all about getting rid of excessive stuff in your house, and less is more, and just really wonderful, wonderful lessons. The problem I've had is that over the years, I have always employed the bin system. And the bin system that Amy Decision talks about in this book is when you have children. Well, it can be used for anything, really. I remember her talking about in terms of her children. I think she had 3 boys and 3 girls. So when a child outgrew his size 8 boys' clothes, she would put them all in a bin, and then when the next boy was coming up the pike, she could go into the bin and get out all the 8 boy clothes. I'll be honest with you, this would not have been enough to fit all my boys' clothes, size 8 boys' clothes. I probably had 2 or 3 of them for each child. I also did have 3 different boys with 3 different body types. One was a little huskier, the other 2 were taller and thinner. So it wasn't quite as easy to do as she did, or maybe her system was. It was a little challenging for me. My daughters, I will say, and then my daughters, who were 9 years apart, I would go into a bin that I had saved for my older daughter when she was 3 or 4, and the colors, and I had adorable gymboree clothing that the color schemes were just clearly dated. Sometimes there was dry rot. I mean, it wasn't always a perfect system, but it is. I've used it for ballet outfits and ballet clothes and ballet tap shoes and like pajamas, and just there's been a lot of things, and it's been a great system, and I find that very good with frugality and a great way to organize your clothes if you're trying to save money if you have multiple children. The problem is with the minimalist, what they say over and over again is that organized clutter is still clutter. And because I'm trying to get out so many things in my house, I'm feeling more guilty, and I'm finding it more difficult to justify putting anything away in bins, including seasonal Christmas items. I just put away my Easter items and even though I say I go through them every year, I'm just feeling guiltier and guiltier because I'm trying to be more of a minimalist, especially in the pandemic when we were not in any way, shape, or form entertaining, and it was just me and my family. I suddenly realized having all these Christmas items, and I mean, it was festive in our home, but there really wasn't anyone other than the 7 of us seeing these items. So I guess what I've come to the decision is that I have the first piece of advice. If you decide you're going to do this, my first piece of advice is I got these bins, my bins, from Target probably 10-15 years ago. I would go with all one size, and that is for the simple reason that this is 66 quart. I have some 50. It took me a while to get this system. I have some 56, some 66, and some 70 quart. I don't think much bigger than this is workable for me because you have to carry them and move them and things like that. If you get all the same size, you are able to stack them up in wherever you're putting them, either in the kitchen, maybe in the attic or in the basement. The other thing, and this is the ultimate goal for me, is to have these bins go into each other because they become empty. So that's what that's all about. So I suggest you get your bins. I have bought mine after Christmas at Target, and they will have them on sale there, usually after Christmas, because January, I guess everyone's trying to clean out their house. And so I would suggest getting all the same size. and I would suggest periodically going through your bins. I have been going upstairs and or downstairs in my basement and seeing a bin that just randomly sitting there is probably something I binned up at some point in my, in the last 10-15 years, that I am now looking at it with a different eye and thinking, I got to get through this stuff. Let's get through this stuff. Why did I keep this thing? I found some cute things, but like maybe decided I wasn't going to keep them. Maybe 15 years ago I wanted to keep these items that my son had read or written or whatever. So I am sentimental, and so I do hold on to a lot of my children's items, but I do think that at some point it is, you do have to, you can't keep everything they've ever written or every class project they've ever participated in. So I just wanted to make this quick. I'm going on a little bit too long, but that is my idea about the bins. If you're going to use bins to organize and store your belongings, make sure that you employ, frankly, just common sense. Make sure you don't put, you don't hold on to them and you have maybe every, today's May the 4th. Maybe every Star Wars Day you make a point of going down and checking out what's in your bins, or as a Mother's Day gift to yourself if you're a mother, or for your mother, go through the bins and see what's in there and get rid of it. And again, hopefully the goal is at some point we will all have just a pile of stacked bins, empty stacked bins that we can sell at our next yard sale. This is Leslie. If you have any questions, please let me know. Let me know if you've ever used anything in this book, because I love this book. Let me know if you've ever employed the bin system for your clothing. I have, and it was workable. I think part of my problem is that I loved seeing, and because I was able to get so many things for my kids for such a unbelievably inexpensive price, I probably at times bought things when I didn't need to, which quite frankly eliminates the need for having the bins. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like and are interested in this kind of content, please put your like and subscribe down there, and let me know what, if anything, you've ever gotten, and what your feelings are about bins. Some people don't use them at all. They just buy new for all kids. I am always fascinated by that. Thanks a lot for stopping by. This is Leslie. Bye-bye.